I think we are live. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Well, I think I'm live, so I'm going to continue going on. Welcome back to Inwarp Mag. This is another stream edition of Inwarp Mag. It's just Brooke today, and we're going to continue working on our Headtakers. Hey, Cheneth, welcome back. We're going to be working on the Headtakers, and I did a little work since we were last working on them on stream, and so I was working on the armor here, which is in a good spot. I like the way it's looking right now. So now it's just about blocking out some colors, and I'm going to be working inside out. So I just got their armor done, and I got to do like the in-between spots of their armor, and then I'm going to work on the metallics and all that. So yeah, thank you, Cheneth. So we will get started. I got a lot of work to do before Adepticon. So you working on anything tonight, Cheneth? Any projects going on? I don't know what time it is your time zone, but hopefully not too late. Shaking up some, doing some Black Legion. I want to do that in the cracks of his armor there. Not at the moment. About to get my sunbed. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you can come back and join us when you get your son to bed. East Coast. Oh, okay. Yeah, same. We're East Coast. I'm hoping Drew will join us later. But for now, it's just me. He's probably doing the same as you, putting his kiddos to bed. I appreciate you new folks that are in the Discord. You guys have been active. I've been struggling to keep up with chat, honestly. Nice, yeah, in Maryland. Oh, okay, yeah, we're in Ohio, so we're not too far. Let me know if any levels are bad, like music or even me talking. If it's bad, I can adjust. Commentator has been going crazy in Discord with tips and tricks. Yeah, he has. Definitely has. I appreciate it. Everything seems good. Alright, sweet. Thank you. A little more Black Legion. It's not opaque enough. Oh, almost dropped it. Hey, Bear. Welcome in. Hey, I'm on Discord, Bear, if you do want to join. If you want to hang out for a little bit. You don't have to, of course, no pressure. But if you do want to hang out, I'm on Discord. I can pull you in. Just let me know. Put it in the YouTube chat if you do, because I can't see otherwise. Well, I guess I could switch over to Discord and I could see you there if you wanted to. Get these Headtakers work done. Make some good progress. Get ready for Adepticon. Kenneth, I know that you're maybe the only one in right now. I don't know. I can't see how many viewers we have, but When's the last time you got a game in, and have you ever played in a tournament? Like an actual sanctioned tournament. If anybody else has. Oh, when is AdeptCon? It is, actually starts next week. Never played a game, so no. Alright, yeah, that's fair. I forgot about that. You're saying you're new. What up, right on? I'm just gonna chill and watch YouTube. Okay, yeah, all good, Bear. Hang out and, you know, critique me as I'm going. It's a little new being on my own. I'm used to having my co-host here. But you guys will keep me company. Thanks, bro. Will do. Alright. I appreciate you, Bear. Luckily they don't have too many of those, like, between spots on their armor, so it's easy enough. But the 28th, LGS is hosting a Learn and Play, so I'll be going to that to learn more, but I've been watching Play on tabletop games, so I understand the basics. Nice. Yeah, that's actually a super good resource. The Play on guys, they do such a good job. They make everything look so much cooler, you know, like, the way they shoot everything is so impressive. Just to understand that they play much more narrative-focused games, you know. Nothing wrong with that, but they definitely are more narrative-focused. And sometimes the rules are, you know, stretched a little bit, but that's okay. They have a lot of fun. 40k in 40 minutes? Yeah, definitely. Definitely, Bear. We like to turn that on when we're doing our hobby nights every once in a while. Watch those guys, they're really good. Shout out to those guys. We've talked about them on the podcast. Just how nice that those guys seem to be at AdeptCon, you know? We're all standing. Wait, which one of us is me? Yeah, that's what I've been watching, Bear. It's so funny and chill, yeah. Yeah, they are great. I like their whole dice tell stories stuff, you know? Makes it fun to watch. And they take things in stride so well.
Genetically great, cause I'm clone Voltani. Yes, I'm the real Voltani. All you tall soft fools just wish you could copy. So want the real clone Voltani. Please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. We don't pray to the emperor, now he's mid-tier. We got ancestors in our drives.
Also, their video editing is very nice and transitionless, I feel like. Yeah, for sure. Actually, me and Drew tried to record a, like, just an actual tabletop game that we were doing when I was hanging out with him one time. And we tried to do it, like, similar to what they do, you know? Obviously, we don't hold a candle to their editing style, but we tried to do it. It was so much harder than we ever thought it would be. So props to them. They do an awesome job. So I'm just happy that I'm able to set up a stream and go and hang out with you guys. It gives me a reason to get on it during the week like this to do some hobbying. Yeah, right, they do a good job, definitely. Right. It can be easy to get a 40k game in under basically 35 minutes in a video after intros and stuff. Yeah. I wish the games themselves lasted a little bit shorter, but I tell you what, when you're trying to record and you're trying to do like the, you know, like between rounds stuff, you know, you're like trying to give your reactions of what just happened. Boy, it takes a long time to shoot. A long time. You definitely need a crew. Jonathan, do you have a chance to start using some of those techniques that either I or commentator were putting in the chat? I don't know if you have any chances to do some hobbying yet. I do think the pink pauldron idea is a pretty good one.
Remember your training. Trust your last gun. And never let a fungus call itself.
Trying to keep an eye out for if Drew wants to come in here. I've not yet. Need to base coat my other 5 blood claws to try it out. Yeah, we'll do 2 pink and a couple white pauldrons and see how it turns out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just as like a trial run. If you have an airbrush, you could do the like white center with an airbrush. It might be a little easy, but if you don't, you could obviously just use like a dry brush or sponge, like commentator was suggesting. Either one. I personally would use a dry brush, but you know, whatever you're comfortable with. If you're more comfortable with the sponge, then that's probably a good call. No airbrush at this time. Need to learn the basics before using your airbrush. Yeah, that's fair. You can do so much without an airbrush. You don't need to really get it until, you know, you really have a need for it. Like, there's certain armies that people play that, you know, people go, you have to have an airbrush to paint this army. Like, Tau is one of those. People, you know, swear that you need an airbrush for them. But yeah, you honestly could do everything you ever need to without one. If you ever need any tips and tricks on how to accomplish something that you think you absolutely need an airbrush with, you know, you could always just ask in the Discord. I'm sure somebody has a good idea for you. That works out because I'm not planning to use my blood claws in my list, so using them as my test subjects for my first time painting. Yeah, it's always good to have like some test minis to paint. Mine were my intercessors when I first started painting. They were my test subjects. They turned out pretty okay. Actually, one of my favorite minis. Alright. Nope, I missed a spot. Alright. Alright, trying to work inside out on these. That's a small tip, but if you work inside out, it's easier to touch things up as you work inside out. Like, I'm gonna try to hit some of this inner stuff as best I can, and then slowly come out, and then I'll start doing the outer stuff. Like, I'll probably leave his pelt for one of the last things I do, but just slowly work from the inside out. Trying to think of what I want to do now. I think I'm going to paint some of these pouches brown. Get them set up to go. I could probably do their pelts with this too, but I'm going to be hitting a bunch of other stuff with this, like, before the pelts, and I just don't want to touch them. I'm going to have to touch them up later, so I'm just going to do their pouches. They got some, like, guns and stuff on their hips. Alright. Try to get these guys done in the next, like... I mean, I'm not putting, like, a limit on it, but I'm trying to get them done, like, by the end of the week. If I can get them done by the end of the week, I can start working on Logan. And Logan's gonna be a project. Oh, I should have done this on my wet palette. That's stupid of me. Why do I have the wet palette if I'm not going to use it? Here we go. Look, I'm using it. I'm a real painter now. Ooh, Logan's gonna be fun, I bet. Yeah, I think he is. I'm really excited to paint him. I've been saving him for last. I got these guys and Logan, and then I'll be done with my list that I'm taking to Adepticon. He's such a cool model too. Man, he's cool. We were eating good when the Space Wolves reveals came out. Brooke, that's... I linked the airbrush Adam was looking at... what did I think of the airbrush? I hadn't had a chance to look at it, but it looks like it's like a new thing. Like it just came out or something? That like noiseless... whatever it was, like compressor. I haven't had a chance to look at it though. I'm sure it's probably fine. I've just never heard of that company. That I've never heard of them before. My airbrush setup isn't too extravagant. It's fairly modest and kind of cheap, but it works. Yeah, the review was good, yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, I tend to trust the people that, you know, like that guy that you linked in our group chat. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but people like that, I tend to trust their reviews. They know more about that stuff than I do. I'll have to probably do another coat on this. Alright. These little tassels. Our Space Wolves gotta have their little wolf tails, little tassels everywhere. There you go, Bear. This is a good song for you with your orcs. Green is best. For context, we did a couple of songs, and we did one where the orcs. Well, it was actually the Astra Militarum were talking crap about the orcs, and like it was like supposed to be like a broadcast. And then the orcs responded, and this is their response song. We have a good time with some of the AI music. Do you airbrush much? What do you prefer? I prefer brush, using brush almost exclusively. I airbrush actually very little now. I actually just do my prime with an airbrush because it's the best way to do it. Unless you can obviously use a rattle can too. It does just as good. I used to do it more to do the armor of my Marines. I used to do like darker gray to, you know, like the lighter Space Wolves gray. But then I started using the dry brush, and I liked the results better on that than I did the actual airbrush. Some people really like the smoothness that you get out of airbrushes, but like if you look at like look at this guy, like look at his knee, like it's not at all like smooth, and I actually like that. Like you can see it on his hip plate there. I like that way more than a smooth transition. You know, like what you get with like GW. This to me looks like battered armor, you know, used armor. I like that look a lot more. So I kind of moved away from airbrush, but there's obviously nothing wrong with it. I think it's more an aesthetic, you know. I'm probably going to use it on Logan, you know, just because I think Logan's armor will be a little bit cleaner because he's the chapter master. But we'll see. I haven't gotten to that yet. It might be a necessity because I might be trying to get them done quickly, so I might need to airbrush them just so I can get them done at a decent time. I might do it just to get his, like, the darker colors, and then I might do my like dry brush stippling technique later on. Right on. Yep. I don't know if I'd like airbrushing. It's not bad. I think you'd actually like it, Bear. I think you would probably enjoy it a lot. It's really efficient, you know, like if you're trying to apply your green, you know, like if you had like a green airbrush, you could just base coat your entire army in like a sitting so fast. And it'd be very smooth. Yeah, that's true, yeah. You like painting too, like not just miniature painting, like you enjoy actual painting, which I feel like airbrushing is getting closer to that. I hope everybody who's on here had a good St. Patty's Day if you choose to celebrate it. Had a good one here. Got a little bit of you know, boozing a little bit. It was a pretty good time. So hopefully you know, you drank responsibly and had a good time. Oh, I'm shaking a little bit. What's up with that? This is also Bear's song because it's about the lion and how much we hate him. I mean, we love him, Bear. We love him. We love PD. Oh yeah, I was thinking of getting a real sprayer for painting. Yeah, I mean that's essentially what the airbrush would be. I mean, it's that just in a smaller version. I was hoping Drew would be on tonight because I want to talk about our project we worked on this weekend, but I kind of want to wait for him to be on when we can talk about it together. We were busy. Gotta get all this brown crap everywhere. I'll do is holster again now that it's sort of dry. Well, right, yeah. I assume that's about the Dark Angels lion stuff. Classic PD. If you're just joining, just painting up some Headtakers right now. And this is something I was working on last week in the stream, and we're just kind of continuing that. This is for Adepticon. And we appreciate you coming in and stopping by this hobby edition of Inwarp Mag. And if you are new, we have a Discord, and the link is in the description if I set up the stream correctly. And you're welcome to join it. It's free, no invite needed. Join in, talk about hobby stuff. We got a growing community, and you can be a part of it. So we'd love to have you. Did any of you guys see the Warhammer preview teaser that they put out today? They put out a little teaser trailer kind of hinting at what's going to be revealed at the Adepticon preview show that Drew and I are going to. So I don't know if anybody saw that, but if you hadn't, I'd recommend checking that out. It's like 2 minutes long. It's super short. But they're like hinting at different things that are going to be revealed, and Bear, I think you're going to be pretty excited if the hints are true. Saw some videos on it. Some people are speculating something for Space Wolves. Yeah, there is some speculation for Space Wolves. So something I saw this on the Space Wolves Discord, or not Discord, Space Wolves Reddit. Sorry. When they did Grotmas, there were 6 articles that were like lore or like preview, like hinting, and 5 of them have had a model release, except for the Space Wolves one. So people are thinking that for Adepticon, there's going to be something big revealed for Space Wolves. Could it be Rust? Could it be, something else? But people are speculating that there's going to be a Space Wolves reveal at Adepticon, which would be pretty exciting. That would be pretty hype. So the video that came out today, I didn't see anything, and at least not with what I was seeing. I didn't see anything that hinted at a Space Wolves reveal, but I think someone said new Bjorn suit. Oh, that would be crazy. My Bjorn would be sad because he's my favorite model and I'd have to buy another one, but new Bjorn would be pretty cool. I'd be pretty hyped about that. I heard people talking about Ulrich. Is it Ulrich? He's one of the firstborn models that hasn't been refreshed yet, and people are speculating him, the Iron Priest. If it's not Russ, that is. Like, people are still thinking that it could be Russ, but they're thinking that those models could be redone because they're in the Codex, but they haven't been redone yet. Oh yeah, I saw Ulrich. Yeah. Ulrich would be pretty cool, especially if you got like a rules reworked with the release, that would be pretty cool. I guess in lore, I didn't know this, but I guess in lore, Ulrich works pretty closely with like Iron Priests. So that's part of the speculation, is if he gets a rework, it'll also be Iron Priests. That could be cool. Iron Priests being our Tech Marine equivalent, if you don't know what that is. It's the special Space Wolf Tech Marine. Instead of a normal helmet, he has a wolf helmet. This song's about our beloved Emperor's Champion that Bill has. He denied Bear in a game once. That was pretty insane. Champion Boo. Yeah, I agree. Bill, if you're out there listening, we appreciate the champion. It's okay. He's a menace. He is a menace. But you can say that about a lot of my army too, that they're menaces too. So I just need to make some songs about my guys, or you guys need to make songs about my guys. I'm always talking shit about your guys. I'm really hoping for some really cool Space Wolf reveal, though. I think Space Wolves reveal would be pretty sick at Adepticon. No. What I was trying to allude to earlier, Bear, the reveal. People are speculating that there's going to be a pretty serious orc reveal with bikes potentially, because if you watch the reveal or the teaser or whatever, the guy that the preview show guys, they ride a red bike, which red for orcs means they go faster, and he has an Evil Sun's jacket on, which is an orc clan, and so they're thinking that there's going to be some orc bikes revealed. Yeah, I know how much you like those bikes, so that could be a pretty sick model refresh, and I think something that you'd probably jump on. It would be pretty sweet. It might even get me tempted to buy into orcs. And if the 11th edition rumors are true, then I might be buying orcs anyway, because I'll be buying that box. The 11th edition box. Assuming it's orcs. Plus Space Marines. Song goes out to Bear. Speaking of bikes. I know, Bear. I cry too. When your bikes hit me in the face. Uh-oh. Got a little mistake. Oh, I'm off camera. My bad. Still getting used to the whole streaming thing. Man, it's hard to see when I'm trying to also film. There we go. Decent. I really do wonder what's going to be revealed at Adepticon, since they did kind of cap the reveal show a little bit, like the number of people that can go in, which I don't remember that from previous years, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe they did it in the previous years, but there must be, I mean, obviously, I think 11th is slated, like, I think that's probably going to be in the reveal show, but I don't know, maybe that's the only reason, but I feel like there's going to be something else, like Ross or something else that's huge that's going to get revealed. I'm excited though. This will be the first edition change that we've been a part of, and I'll be interested to see how that is, you know. Everybody has an affinity for their like home edition, basically, like the one that they grew up or like grew into the hobby on, you know, and ours being 10th, you know, like how are we gonna feel about it once we go to 11th? But I think the preview show is gonna be pretty sick. Well, Jonathan Brook, I'm out. Have a good rest of the night. Have a good night, Bear. Appreciate you joining in. Most people won't care if my army isn't fully painted, will they? I'm hesitant to buy my army and put them together, or buy a couple at a time, paint, and then do it again. Most people won't care, especially if you're learning. Like if you go to that beginner thing, there are like the people that you'll see like on comments or Reddit or whatever that they're like, I only play painted armies or whatever, and I won't play against gray armies. Well, it's actually in the rules that you can play with a gray army. It's just that you get 10 points for fully painted, and if you don't want to play with painted army, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, and especially when you're learning. And to be perfectly honest, if people are going to give you a hard time for not having a fully painted army, they're probably not the kind of people you want to play with anyway. At least that's my opinion. We constantly play with unpainted stuff just because we want to try stuff, or, you know, we have most of our army painted and some of it's not. Like, you know, it just depends on the group. I don't think you have anything to worry about. You shouldn't worry about it, you know. Everybody is different, though, you know. Just have to find the right group that, you know, you're comfortable with. And part of it is like setting expectations too. Like if you have a group of friends and maybe you're doing like a narrative event or something, then maybe you expect your friends to, you know, have fully painted armies for the event. But, you know, you'd set that expectation before you even were doing the event. If that makes sense. I'll have to see what the consensus is at my LGS. Yeah, I mean, you're probably going to get a lot of mixed opinions. Just depends on the group, you know. Hopefully nobody cares too much about that. I think there's a lot of other things that you can care about a lot more than is your army painted, you know. I think having fun is probably more important than whether my army is fully painted. If you go to like a tournament, now like they'll have in the rules that you have to have a fully painted army, and that's completely fine. Like, you know that going into it. That's how this tournament is that we're going to at Adepticon. Like, we know that we have to have our stuff painted, so that's part of the push that we're in right now to get everything painted. But if this event that you have at your LGS, if they don't require you to have a fully painted army, I wouldn't worry about it. They would probably put that in like the advertisement for it. Not sure if I'll do tournaments or not. I've heard really good things about tournaments, actually. Like, they're not as sweaty as people, you know, have described them in the past, at least. If you want to see somebody who kind of does like casual tournament play, if that makes any sense, if you look at Paul is Bad at Stuff, free advertisement for Paul, he does like casual tournament play, and he's like a pretty casual flavor player, you know, like likes to play more flavorful armies. He has his own homebrew chapter. He does tournaments all the time now, but he was scared of doing tournaments at first, but now he loves tournaments, which makes me more optimistic about doing this tournament. You know, I think we'll have a lot of fun. We'll meet good people, you know, make some new friends, and I think it's gonna be a good time. I mean, just think of it this way, like, it's an opportunity for you to make a friend that is passionate about the same hobby that you are, you know. And you're not gonna not all of them will be friends right away necessarily, but you have the opportunity to do that, which is cool, you know. you can't really go to a bar or something, or like the gym, and be like, hey, do you like 40k? Which, maybe the gym you might find people who like 40k, but point being, if you go to a tournament, you're guaranteed everybody there likes 40k. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, keep an open mind for it, I think. They can be fun. We used to play, I think we talked about this in our last stream, but no, it's not focusing. We talked about this in our last stream, but we played Star Wars Legion for a while, and we did a doubles tournament back at Adepticon a couple years ago. And we don't have definitive proof, but we're like 99% sure the people that we were playing against were cheating. Or at least one of the guys was cheating, not the other guy. Like, there was one guy that we were pretty sure was cheating. And it kind of soured the experience a little bit, but we still had a good time. Like, we still really enjoyed that whole experience. But that one guy was kind of like, man, like, why do you have to cheat, you know? It's like, it was a doubles tournament, which is already casual. It's like, is it really that important? But I don't know. Some people it is. I think it's very hard to cheat in 40k without, you know, I mean, sure, you can do like weighted dice or whatever the heck that people do, but like, it's or like fudge your measurements or whatever, but like I don't think it's anything that you have to worry too much about. Community is pretty good about it. Alright. Got the brown. One more guy. Why cheat though? Just enjoy the game and outcome. Yeah, totally. I mean, I hear you. You're in good company. I agree. And, you know, I'm fairly competitive, as, you know, the guys would, you know, Bear would probably tell you I'm fairly competitive, but, you know, sometimes the dice just do what the dice do, and you can't really complain too much about it. You just gotta laugh sometimes and accept the results. I mean, listen to this song. Snake Eyes Again is about rolling snake eyes on a charge roll. It's like, we've made a song out of it because it's such a meme. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, boys, it's fine. We'll get them next turn. Wait! Overwatch! Blam, 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 blam. Guess we won! Snake eyes again! It's a tactical crime! I swear these guys hate me every time! I needed a fight.
Uh-oh.
That's all! But here I am watching my army fall. Maybe next game my luck will turn. Maybe I'll charge and the dice won't burn. But deep down I know in my hobby heart, snake eyes await in the darkest part. Snake eyes again. Are you kidding me? My mighty assault turns to misery. I needed a fight.
Kenneth, you are fairly new, but have you ever checked out like tabletop sim for other things outside of 40k? But like tabletop sim is
Maybe next game.
something that people use all the time, I guess, to do like 40k games. I don't know if you've ever checked that out. You know, you're talking about going to your LGS to learn how to play, but tabletop simulator is also a great resource. There's communities out there that play 40k all the time, and, you know, yeah. We've never played it personally. I've done Legion on it. There was a really good Legion mod for it back in the day, but I haven't tried 40k. We all, you know, luckily we all live fairly close together, but you know, it's definitely an option, and I think it'd be fun someday for us to play online with people like you. You know, I think it'd be pretty fun to go into like a tabletop sim and play. You would just have to learn how to actually maneuver and all the shortcuts and all that crap. It'd be fun to do stuff like that with you guys. Here's our Space Wolves song. It's appropriate for my wolves, the Huggy Boys. Definitely fun yet, for sure. And it'd be a good outlet too. Like if you ever wanted to try something, you know, you could try it in TTS before you buy it. Might save you some money if you like it, or you know, maybe you learn you don't like it and you're like, I don't want to waste my money on that. Looks like he's got a little pelt right above his belt, giant belt buckle, whatever is like. It's like champion's belt, you know. It's a heavyweight champ. See if we can get that. Luckily, I can kind of err on painting the belt, since I'm gonna paint that gold anyway.
One says by rust, those pups lack restraint. Last week Sven hugged a tank into pain.
Oh man, this angle is brutal. Oh no! I made a mistake. And it's gone. Okay, that's not bad. I see a leather strap on his knee.
Huggy boys, let sagas be told of warriors whose hugs left their enemies cold. So raise up your tankards, let Fenris rejoice, for all shall be hugged by the wolves of his voice.
When you add your wash, do you do the cover everything and let it fall into place, or do you do each individual spot? So it makes sense. I kind of work one spot at a time, but it ends up being, you know, like I'll start on the leg and make sure the leg is good before I continue, but it's usually all in like a continuous path, if that makes sense. Like I don't do one and then kind of like let it go and then move on to the next. Like I tend to move kind of quickly. Like I did wash on these guys of Runic Gray, Army Painter, Speed Paint, Runic Gray over these guys to make it so that they kind of brought all the dry brushing that I did together. But I did it relatively quickly, and I didn't do it like a super heavy wash, meaning like I didn't let it pool, you know, but I used it more like a tint and made sure it got into the cracks that I did want it to go into. Like above their knee and stuff like that. Or like their boot, you know, like just enough to where like these spots got dark, you know, like in between those panels right there, you know. But move quickly enough that I don't really linger on it, because if you put it on like one area and then you like go to the next area, don't come back to that area and hit it again, because as it starts to dry, that like tension that it creates with that like film of the acrylic on top of it, if you go back to it, you're gonna like create those water marks on it, you know, where it's like partially dry, and then you lift off part of the dry layer, and then you get these nasty watermarks on your mini. So work quickly, but you know, one section at a time is probably smarter, but I ended up working kind of quick and just kind of doing it with continuous motion. Sorry, that was a bit of a ramble. I realize I'm rambling a lot, but yeah, just don't go back to it. Well, I'm glad you appreciate it. Alright, I think it's about what I want to do for that. Alright, so my boys have their brown. I think I'm going to work on some gold. Yeah, I think I'm going to do some gold. Check some of the stream stuff going on, see what's going on here. It looks like it's just me and you, Kenneth. That's okay. Hopefully you're having a good time. I'm having a good time. Whoop.
Shake my fist at the dice, asking the skies why.
For sure, I'm just chilling, watching, leveling some WoW. Oh, okay, nice. I played a little bit of WoW back in the day. What class do you play? I don't know a ton about it, but what class are you? Can't remember what I was playing. It's been a long time. I think I was just a warrior, if I remember correctly. Because it was so simple. I think I started as like a hunter or whatever, the one that has like the pet. Love Demon Hunter, right? But right now playing Shaman. Okay. Are you a WoW Classic, or are you a new WoW, you know, just the new stuff? I have a couple friends, Bill, actually, a friend of the channel. Yeah, retail, okay. Yeah, like Bill and our other friend, they play WoW, or they used to at least. Yeah, new stuff, okay. I played, what was the expansion I played? I'm trying to remember what it was called. But it was like the, it's like the, I can't think of the name of what it was basically like the dinosaur one, like Aztec-y style. That was the last one I did. It was fairly recent, but I'm sure there's been more expansions since then. BFA? Yeah, I think so. Yes, yeah, Battle for Azeroth. Yep, that's right. Yeah, I think the next one was... It was like the Wasteland or whatever you could venture out into. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like very dark. I did that one for a little bit. That might have been at the end of Battle for Azeroth, I don't remember. I had a good time with it though, when we were playing. It was fun. Just a lot to keep up with. Yeah, played a little Battle as well. Yeah. Now, are you old school WoW, or like you've been playing forever, or did you get into it recently? Started playing around BFA, but playing a lot more in the last... Yeah, okay. That's pretty funny. Me and you both played then. Yeah, my friends got me into it.
Meanwhile, Space Marines get updates every patch. But don't worry, not a Astartes. Your turn is maybe March. GW hates us. Yeah, yeah.
Gonna paint some gold now. I hate painting metallics, famously, from my friends. I hate painting metallics so much, but it is necessary to make them look cool. So here we go. And I put my metallics in a that palette, because if you put them on a wet palette, they kind of separate, and I don't. They just kind of look crappy if they start to separate. So I just put it in the normal palette. Why don't you like metallics? They seem to not flow great for me, at least. I mean, I try to like water them down and everything, but like, I don't know. I would rather paint with other colors, I guess. And, you know, Bear, he loves metallics, so he's like the complete opposite of me, but I don't know, they I don't know. They're fine. Oh, okay, good information. Put metallics in dry palette. Yeah, definitely. That's huge in my opinion. But yeah, metallics, I don't know. They like need another step to make them look great. Like, this looks fine, but usually I'll have to put a wash over them to kind of like bring them down to the right tone that I want them to be. So like for golds, you know, like people typically will recommend something like a flesh wash over top of them. So like if you have something like Gilman's flesh, or, you know, whatever equivalent you have that is a flesh wash, you know, Seraphim Sepia or whatever, that like kind of light tan pinkish wash, people recommend those over golds. They'll like darken them in the right places and, you know, kind of tint them in the right way, as opposed to like a brown wash, which will kind of just desaturate them. And then like for silvers, obviously you do like a Nuln Oil or something like that, you know, a black dark wash like that to make them look less shiny and less in your face, you know, make them look more part of the mini, as opposed to like stark metal on the mini. There's nothing wrong with them being super bright though. Some people like that aesthetic. But this gold mixture that I do is that Tinny Tin Glorious Gold from Vallejo, and it makes this really nice gold that I'm kind of not on camera, am I? But it makes this really nice gold that I really like for Space Wolves. Space Wolves kind of have like a bronzy color like in lore, but I still like having like a gold. Not that you have to paint lore accurate or anything, but, you know. You know, I think probably the reason I don't like painting metallics is when you mess up, they are a pain in the butt to try to fix. Like, usually you can work quick enough where it's like, oh, I made a mistake, and I'll get the paint off my brush, wet it, and then just kind of flood the area that I messed up on, and it'll kind of wick away the paint. While with metallics, there's no wicking away all those little shiny flakes. Like, they just kind of go everywhere, and oh, it drives me nuts. That's probably why I don't like metallics. So you can see that I'm being like really, really cautious with painting these metallics. That's probably the main reason. Well, thank you. You can achieve basically the same gold if you do, man, if Bill was here, he'd be able to tell you what gold, Retributor gold, that's it. People swear by Retributor gold. So, that's a good one if you're looking for like a straight out of the pot gold. It's very similar to this. If I was less of a psychopath, I'd probably just use Retributor gold. But I don't love GW paint pots, so I end up just buying other things with the dropper pots. Oh man, trying to get this shield at the most awkward angles. And try to keep it on stream. Oh man, so hard. So I apologize for the shoddy camera work here. I respect those painter YouTubers that do this all the time. And they make it look very professional. You do what you gotta do. Yeah, that's right. I guess one of the good things about the metallic steps is you get like way closer to actually seeing them what they'll look like when they're close to done. Like metallics kind of are one of those finishing touches, you know? And when you get gold on Space Wolves, I feel like that's one of those steps that you're like, oh yeah, it's coming together. So that can be fun. I like that. I like that look on this shield with the gradient. If I can get it to focus here. There we go. Yeah, with like the gradient of the grays. Very happy with that. I just gotta do the inside of the shield here.
But I ain't giving up. I'm changing my position, cause it's time to start fishing. Lil Philly fishing for some sixes. Praying to the dice god, grant me them fixes. Lil Philly fishing for some sixes. James Workshop laughing like, boy, you need wishes. Lil Philly fishing for some sixes. Rolling so hard I might break my wrists. Lil Philly fishing for some sixes. If I don't hit him now, then the devil gets my business. James pulls out a data sheet older than time. Says according to this rule, your hopes denied. I'm like, bro, that motto hasn't been legal in years.
This song is goofy. I always laugh when I listen to it. Little Fiddly fishing for some sixes.
Nerf my morale, shook my codex, got deleted before
supposed to be like, you know, like the fiddle duet or duel against the devil, you know, but the devil's GW. So it's just goofy. It's playing. I think the prompt was something about playing King of the Colosseum against GW. So how many people are a part of Inwarp Mag? So it's me and Drew, primarily, but friends of the channel, we got Bear and Bill and our other friend, which I think, I don't know if we name dropped him or not, but, so there's the three main guys that we do hobby night with, and then, we have another friend who's just getting into 40k right now, and, he's actually on the Discord. It's, let's see if I think it's Eggman. He's on there, and there's some other guys like that, you know, that are around, but people that run the channel is just me and Drew. And then we'll bring in, you know, the guys if they want to participate and everything, but me and Drew do all the, literally everything. I mean, I was gonna say all the art and all that, yeah, like we do all of that on our own. We do it for fun, though. I mean, our goal, our, like, mission statement for the channel was we are new, and we want to give people a place to call their hobby group. We want people to have a home that don't necessarily have a home elsewhere, you know? And we wanted to track our progress in the hobby too, like our knowledge of the hobby, you know. I'm gonna change the song. This is not us. There we go. Back. But we wanted to track our progress and, you know, just kind of a fun little creative project on the side. And actually the what we're doing right now is honestly like one of the goals that we wanted to do eventually, is do these hobby streams, give people a place to hang out. Like, this is cool. I'm glad that we're doing this. I'm glad the setup that I have is working out pretty okay. It's a pretty simple little setup. Yeah, that's good. I hope to do these fairly regularly. It'll give me motivation to paint during the week when I wouldn't be a part of the normal hobby nights, or I do hobby nights and then I do one of these during the week. I mean, I'll chew through my backlog, and I have a huge backlog. I look like a hobby store in my basement. But just, you know, one of the best things about having a hobby group is it keeps you, you know, it holds you accountable, right? And if I do streams like this, that holds me accountable, and hopefully, you know, you guys can stream, or you guys can hobby with us, right? And that's part of the reason why we like the hobby channel and Discord is, you know, you can make progress and people ask you about your progress, you know. Like I really enjoyed the back and forth that was happening in the Discord chat. Like, that'll get you motivated to be like, oh yeah, I want to share a picture in the Discord, you know. I just think that stuff is really cool and important to the hobby. There's like this part of the hobby that you're going to spend most of your time doing. You're going to spend most of your time actually painting and building your minis. Like, why do that alone? Yeah, for sure. You know, and these spaces too they're an escape from work and all those things, you know. Like, it's just something that we think is super important for just like having a good time in this hobby. There's so much solitude in this hobby, and bringing people together is definitely a goal of ours. one of our goals is to actually do like a, like if it was possible, we would love to do something like a fan meetup with people. Like if we went to like a convention and we could do like a, hey, we're gonna be at this place or whatever, and we could just meet some people. Like that would be super cool to just meet people in person. Go out to eat or hang out and do something like this. Literally a hobby, you know, that'd be fun. Like, yeah, just like Adepticon, yeah. You know, and we're going, obviously, and I don't know if anybody in our small little community is going there this year, but, you know, if people were going to Adepticon, we would totally meet up with them. And we're gonna take, I think we might have talked about this last time, but we have these stickers we printed off trying to get it for last Adepticon, and they didn't come in time. But we have a ton of these little stickers for our logo, and we're gonna give those to people if people did want them. You know, obviously they'll probably take them, and we'll see them all over the trash cans in Milwaukee. People throwing away our Inwarp Mag stickers. Like, who are these guys? But Adepticon, you know, if you ever are interested in conventions, Adepticon is pretty awesome. It's an awesome, you know, convention for our hobby. You know, there's other ones that are cool, like I've been to Gen Con many times, but Adepticon is like the miniature hobby one. It's so cool. I'll never forget the first time we went. Also, before I really build up my inventory, I need a bigger space. My house is packed full of stuff as it is. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. It is a lot of space. I have a bunch of really cheap Amazon shelves in my basement to put my hobby stuff on. And then kind of a portable hobby setup that I use. I take over to our buddy's house and set up there, but the portable setup is the way to go, in my opinion. You can set it up at the kitchen table and you can put it away when you're done. Thankfully, I'm looking for another home, waiting for the wife to get another job, and then we'll really start looking. Nice. Yeah, heck yeah. It sounds like you got a kiddo too, so I'm sure, you know, between kiddo and wife and all that, like, you definitely have a lot of things to take up room, and, you know, a lot of things that are probably much more important than having a little hobby space right now. Oh man. The pain of painting metallics is showing. I messed up an area. Now it's covered in sparkles. Especially because I work from home, so I need an actual office. Yeah, I work from home as well. I hear you. That is definitely a pain.
Explode, rolling them ones like it's all that we know. So if you're a guardsman and you wanna stay whole, stick to last guns and abandon your soul. For plasma's a curse and the odds.
Right now, my office functions as a spare bedroom, office, and Warhammer space. Yeah. Dang. Yeah. That's tough. It's you know, when space is limited, it is tough to have a hobby like Warhammer. Actually, Bear, most of his Warhammer stuff is in our friend's basement because he doesn't really have a whole lot of room in his place either, but you know, he has a shelf dedicated to him basically in our buddy's basement. And we go over there mostly for hobby, you know, for hobby nights, and we'll play games over there. So it kind of actually just makes sense for him to keep it there, since that's where he plays it all the time.
Which one of us is me? Yo, I'm short, stocky, and packed in a trike. Got 20 of my cousins riding shotgun tonight in a Sagittarius bus. Don't ask us how we fit. We stacking squats so tight it's like the war in Tetris. Legit. We mom rock, shoot blocks, drink beers, drop shots. Laser beams popping off, melting guard bots. You talk about pre-marks, man, we don't care. We clone so many dudes, I'm literal everywhere. Our kindred's got wisdom, data cores got soul. But deep inside our vaults, we all got the same mode. You think we're small? Yeah, you got it wrong, mate.
Probably gonna wrap up the stream around 10, so 10 Eastern. That's awesome. I have the same situation, but with my motorcycle. I don't have a garage, so I keep mine at my buddy's place. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. I wish I knew more about motorcycles. I always kind of wanted to try it, but I just don't trust people driving on the road, you know? Like, I would trust myself to drive it, but man, I just can't trust other people. They terrify me when you know, you're driving on the highway and you see somebody next to you just texting. It's like, ugh. And I enjoy driving too. I love driving. I actually, in my office, I have a racing sim set up because I like driving so much. I have a decent car too, drive manual, so I really enjoy that. But yeah, definitely gotta keep your head on a swivel. Yeah, for sure. Defensive driving to the extreme. Oh, very nice. Yeah. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty fun. Gives me that outlet, so I don't actually drive like that in real life, you know? And our ancestor cores do all our attacks. You call it every I call it efficiency. We clone the best genes, that's consistency. Our hairline strong, our beards on point. Even our men in the joint. Yep. Remember, we'll fight you day and night. We may be short, but we stand real steady. Rally cars, F1, what do you like? So I like F1, but I like more like rally stuff. What I prefer is like, is it GT3 or whatever, but like, I actually have a, for my birthday, actually, Drew and my parents, they ended up buying me these tickets to do this, this drive on an actual track with like a supercar. It's called a Extreme Experience, like X Extreme X Experience, you know. If you ever heard of that, but you can drive like a Ferrari or a Porsche or a Lambo or whatever. Like, you can drive one of those around an actual track as fast as you can, and they'll take you out with like an instructor or whatever to teach you the track. But I have one of those coming up later on this year that I'm gonna get to do, and I'm really pumped for that. So I on the sim, I actually downloaded the track that I'm gonna be at and the car that I'm driving, which is a Ferrari, and I've been practicing that track. It's so fun. I can put like cars on it and everything, and actual race actual people on it. But yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be really cool. So I like that stuff. I like racing old cars too. I don't know if you know what already got the track memorized. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna know all the bumps, and the guy's gonna be like, oh, and just brake here, and I'm already gonna be braking. Like, you know, I gotta set a lap record or something. But I don't know if you know what what's it called? It's the thing that got me started was getting into NASCAR first, and then I switched over to Assetto Corsa doing mods, and I was doing Toge. It's like the Japanese mountain roads, where you like tight roads, you know, and you're supposed to like try to keep up with the person in front of you. Well, I downloaded those tracks and just drove them solo with like an old, JDM car, and that was so fun. Like, it's just sliding around turns, and oh, it's so fun. It's such a good time. So I basically, that was kind of how I cut my teeth on Sims, and then I slowly got into like iRacing and things like that. But I'll do just about anything. I've tried F1. It's so hard. Rally's a handful too. It's crazy. What do you like? Do you like Rally, F1, NASCAR, anything? Yeah, F1. You and Drew. Drew likes F1 as well. Who's your favorite team right now? Do you have a favorite manufacturer? Not so much. I like Verstappen, but hopefully Cadillac can do something in the next couple of years. Yeah, I respect Max Verstappen, or Verstappen, I think. I respect him, the hell out of him. Like, he's a really good driver, but man, he was so easy to hate in the last couple of years. Drew really likes McLaren. He's a McLaren fan, so he likes Lando. I like Piastri a lot. So I'm like a partial McLaren fan. I kind of like, is it Alonso? He's like the really old driver in F1 right now. I like him a lot. Hello, for sure. Betty was loving last year. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was having a good time. Yeah, he had a good time. I was sad to see Piastri kind of fall off, but yeah, he was having a good time. He was sad when this era ended, though, because he knew that this was going to be a short-lived McLaren dominance. And they got that new car, and seems like Mercedes and Ferrari, or Mercedes in particular, but then Ferrari next, but... funny, the Warhammer stream turned into an F1 stream. Nothing wrong with that. Drew would be loving this too. It's too bad he didn't join. I want to see I want to see Cadillac do something, though. Also, I think it'd be sweet if Cadillac actually started competing seriously for like top, or for like podiums, you know. I think that'd be sweet. It'd be really cool for a new manufacturer to shake things up like that.
Fungus is for food rations.
And the gold really makes the model pop. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a huge difference. Exactly, but I don't foresee that happening this year, even next. Yeah, probably not. I have a feeling they're going to be a lot like Haas was. Or is, I should say.
Turn that fucks up. Them oomies think they smart, singing about us being dumb. We'll show them who's dumb when their heads is on me chopper.
There's a lot of gold on these guys, is what I'm learning. I think I'm gonna finish this guy's gold and then I might end the stream. We'll see. See how motivated I am. Probably be good for me to get them all done, but it's starting to get a little late. Yeah, what a difference the gold makes. There were enough hours in the day, Sally. Yeah. Yeah. You get off work and you're like, I'm gonna do so much hobbying. And then by the time you start hobbying, you're like, it's time to go to bed and restart. Sadly. I'm really pleased with getting as much done as I did tonight, though. Might need to try to get all this gold done tonight if I want to stay on target. Come on, focus. It's not focusing. There we go. This angle's tough. I swear half of painting is just finding the correct angle to angle your brush in to get the thing you want to hit.
Remember, lads, if it ain't green, it's crap. Umis is weak, and green is best. We don't need sleep. We don't need rest.
And do his little rivets on their little chest badge here. Boy, that's tough. You can sort of see him. So much gold. I gotta do the little thing on his backpack. The iron halo thing. Yeah, it seems so tough, yeah. These guys have so much gold. So what armies do you have, Kenneth? You had Space Wolves, obviously. What other armies did you have again? Did you have the Dark Angels, or was that Commentator and I can't remember the other guy's name off the top of my head. That was in the Discord. They were sharing Dark Angel stuff, I think. Oh, and Salamanders. That was the Salamanders. That's what it was. Yeah. Oh, Greg. Yeah, and Commentator. Yeah, you're right. Is it just Space Wolves for you for now? Oh, not Greg. Yeah, Space Wolves. Hey, Space Wolves are great, and you got so much room for variance in your army and everything. Like, a second army can wait. It's part of the reason why I haven't started any of my second, third, or fourth armies or whatever. I have so many armies just waiting. I bought the Space Wolves Combat Patrol and a 3-pack of Inceptors. Oh, nice. Inceptors are good. They're especially good in the Great Wolf Company. They give you a pretty cool little threat, you know, little package. You can deep strike them in and shoot with your plasma and get that +1 to hit with the Great Wolf Company. Like if you time it correctly, it can be pretty potent. And they're cool models too, those big chunky Gravis guys on a jetpack. I mean, come on, what's not to like? Next purchase will be some Headtakers as well. Yeah, Headtakers are sick. They were kind of what I thought was the coolest part of the new release. I did love our Blood Claws too. Like their poses are just so cool. But the Headtakers are sick. They're so cool. It's a shame that I haven't painted them until now. They deserve to be painted. If you can find the Space Wolves Army box, although you do have a lot of stuff right now, but trying to find ways for you to not have to spend straight up box for box, you know, and if you could package stuff, that'd be even better. Yeah, and they do a good bit of damage, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think Headtakers, you know, there's arguments about either way you run them. I feel like you can't really go wrong. Like just the power weapons, you know, obviously the extra 2 attacks is insane. Yeah, people selling for like, whew, that's insane. I don't think I'd buy it for 360. But yeah, that army box, when it did release, it was a pretty solid deal. But I wouldn't do that for not for 360. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you can buy probably 2 combat patrols before you kind of start to question why you're gonna buy another one. But it's got a bunch of cool minis in there, but just not for that price, yeah, for sure. Yeah, when they did the reveal show, and they showed the Wolfguard Battle Leader and the Wolf Priest, and then the Headtakers, I was like, this is the coolest refresh ever. Like, it was so cool. I was so down. I couldn't wait to buy it. I actually bought 2 of the Space Wolves boxes. I was so excited for them. I got lucky though. Our local store had it, and they had it in stock before I was gonna get my pre-order. And I was impatient, so I bought the one from the local store like a few days before my pre-order came in, just so I could start working on them. I forgot to paint this guy's holster here for his dagger. Gotta paint it brown. Just realized that as I was painting the gold trim on it. It's a good thing it's on my wet palette. Hey, that I almost didn't use. I think the Adepticon preview show is, I think it's live for people that are not at Adepticon. After the one at like the actual show at Adepticon lets out. So I think last year we were posting to our friends, like as we were in the show, we were like posting little teasers of what was actually being revealed. Like I put like a wolf gif or something in there, and when the guys were watching it, they finally got to see what the preview was. I didn't want to spoil it for them, but It was kind of fun to just be a little bit ahead of it. The people that were not at Adepticon, you'd be able to post some stuff in our Discord.
Ready to roll. My warlord's looking tough, yeah. He's on patrol.
So Adepticon is where they release all the new stuff sometimes. They usually have some sort of reveal, and it's not always like as big as what this one's supposed to be. Sometimes they're kind of minor. Like, I think it was 2 years ago that they did the it was the 4th edition Age of Sigmar release, and they did the preview for it at Adepticon like 2 years ago. Which is obviously that was a huge reveal, but like, I think last year's obviously the Space Wolves were revealed, but there's usually something pretty juicy at Adepticon, but it's not always like, you know, a new edition or anything like that. Adepticon is one of the biggest conventions for Warhammer, so they usually have something pretty big for it. You know, something big enough that it warrants people going to this preview show. And it's funny because, like, they'll be showing, like, the other games at the preview show. Like, I don't know if you ever watched a preview show or not, but they'll, like, show the other games, and they'll wait to show the 40K stuff until later. And you can tell everybody's there, almost everybody's there, usually for, like, the 40K stuff. So, like, they showed, it was, Necromunda, and, like, it was dead silent, and there was this random guy behind us, was just like, woo! And just, like, people just started laughing, because it was, like, obviously nobody's here for Necromunda. You know, not talking shit about that game, but, like, you know, it's just pretty funny how quiet it was, and it's a good crowd. It's fun. And then I think it was last year, there was a reveal for what was it? It was I think it was some sort of like chaos. It was the Chaos Dwarves, or maybe that was a different show. There was some reveal last year, and it was for, maybe it was old. I think it might have been Old World, or maybe it was Age of Sigmar. But the whatever the reveal was, there was like this one guy behind us, like a couple rows behind us, who was just going, yes, 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 just like screaming over and over. It got like everybody around us like laughing. It was so funny. Like, it's funny. It's all like, it's just funny listening to people around you react to certain things, and then you'll hear like people going like, come on, get to 40K, get to 40K, you know. But it's fun. It's one of our favorite things to do at Adepticon. The first year that we went, one of the coolest memories I have of it, when we were walking into the convention, it was our first time there. We didn't know where to go, so we're trying to find where you got your tickets, because we didn't order them to like be shipped to us. So we were trying to find our badge, you know. So we find it, and we're walking around, and we're like, where's the preview show? Where's the preview show? And we're like looking around, we're like, is it in this one? We look in this one hall, and it's not in there. They're setting up for these other games. And we're kind of scrambling. We're like, we're not going to be able to find it in time before it starts. And then down on the other side of the convention hall, we heard a roar of the crowd doing an orc wah. Like, they were all screaming wah at the top of their lungs, and it was like echoing down the hall, and we're like, there it is. And we were like running down the hall towards the wah to get into the show, and we get to the door, we walk in the door, they close the doors behind us. There were 2 seats right at the edge of the row that we like walked in at, sat right down. The show started right as we walked in. It was so cool. Yeah, it was sick. It was so cool. It was just like, it was like perfect timing. We're just, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Wow! You know, it was so cool. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty loud when I assume that they're gonna show some orcs off. I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of insane at this one. Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, I just got a message from Drew. He fell asleep putting his kids to bed. Well, no wonder he's not on. Maybe he'll join. We'll see. That's funny. Hey man, it'd be like that sometimes, yeah. Totally. I hear ya. No shade. I do it all the time during my son's nap time. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta find that time when you can, you know? You gotta catch up on a little bit of sleep.
Shake my fist at the dice, asking the skies why other players laugh, say men don't whine, but they don't understand those bikes are.
Well, the gold definitely makes a huge difference on this guy. I think the last thing I'm gonna do is some of his weapon. Although I might wait, because I'm gonna end up doing a lot of silver on the weapon, then I'll go back and hit the gold on the outer stuff. Yeah, massive difference, for sure. Like, just as, honestly, like, if I can get it to focus, there we go. Like, just the start of this on the belt, you know, I'll be able to pick out that skull with, like, a bone color, but, I mean, what difference? The shield looks so much cooler now. Yeah. Very sweet. Well, it is 10:05. The trinket on the pack looks so good. Oh yeah, it is so cool. And that gold really makes it pop. It's so good. I'll put like a small wash over it, like something like I don't have it handy, but let me see. Yeah, put something like peachy flesh, like a flesh shade over it, you know, like water this down a little bit, put that over the gold, it'll make it look really rich. See if Drew wants to join if he wants to join, then I might stick around for a few more if he's gonna hop on. He's sending me a message right now. Oh yeah, well he's probably not gonna join. Super groggy and congested and from sleeping on the recliner, so that's understandable. It'd be like that. Touch up his Quilla here. Man, these head takers, man, they are looking sick. Like you can see the. Give it a little darkness in the recesses, yeah, definitely. Yeah, for the gold, especially on that trinket on the top, like that'll make it look so cool. But yeah. Like, the difference is night and day. They're coming along nicely. Will they look, they will look badass? I hope so. I hope to do one thing I want to do on stream, if I have time to do it when I'm actually working on them, I want to do their heads on stream. I want to do the faces on stream, so I can actually show how I do faces. If I can do that on stream, I will, but we'll see. that'll be pretty fun. So probably next time you see them, they'll all have gold and they'll probably all have silver, and yeah, they might even I might even get to the pelts if I can before I stream next. So I you know, got pretty far tonight. I'm pretty happy with that progress, but I think I'm gonna end here though. I think I'm gonna end stream a little later than I actually anticipated, but it was fun. It was a good time. I appreciate you sticking with me the whole time, Shanna. It was fun. Yeah, thanks, man. Have a good night, and you know, hopefully talk to you on the Discord and catch you in the next stream. But have a good night, and yep, yeah, for sure. I'm glad that you like him. I'm really glad that you like him. So we'll catch you in the next one. You have a good night, and we'll talk later. See you, China. See you, everybody else, and that's it. Have a good evening, everybody, and join us next time for another hobby edition of Inwarp Mag. See you later.